Okay, another book that I'd like to review is The Road Less Traveled. There's too much in this book for me to review every single thing because he touches on so much stuff. The Road Less Traveled was written by M. Scott Peck, and this book and two other books that he wrote, The Road Less Traveled and Beyond and The People of the Lie, were given to me by a close friend and changed my life. Very, very interesting. You read it and you're thinking, well, I'll read this book and we'll see if I can get anything out of it within the first. Well, when he opens the book, the very first words in the book. If you've read the book, if you're a fan of M. Scott Peck, he was a psychologist, psychiatrist. He was a psychiatrist, I believe. Anyway, all that to say, he was a very high-level psychiatrist. He's dead now, unfortunately, because I wanted to call him and talk to him. But he passed away. And anyway, his book, the first book that I read, The Road Less Traveled, spoke volumes to me. It opened so many doors. It opened my mind. It showed me to myself. It was amazing. It was life-changing. I highly recommend that you get the book, that you read the book, and that you take it personally. So I said don't take anything personally in the Four Agreements review. I would take this writing personally. And the reason I say that and what I mean by that is not don't be offended by it. That's not the point. The point is to take it personally. Every single thing he brings up, try and take something out of it for yourself. In general, this is a great way to read, in my opinion. You take a lot more away from a book. You take a lot more away from something if you try and apply it to yourself, apply it to your life, apply it to where you can improve and become better, and layer it into what you're doing. I love the book. I am getting ready to read The Road Less Traveled and Beyond, which is the second one that he wrote, or maybe it's farther down the line, and then get into People of the Lie, which is another one of the books. I think he wrote 9 books in all, but The Road Less Traveled was the original one, and it was incredible. It was written in the style. It was very psychological. It was very medical in its. Those are a lot easier to read for me for some reason. They're just easier. They're just concise. They're just straightforward. They just tell you like it is. They're not dancing around it. They're not trying to get you to feel better about them hitting you with some deep knowledge. It was written very much in the style of Paul Brand, The Gift of Pain, which if you haven't read that book, that's another book. But The Road Less Traveled was amazing. Huge emotional health booster for me, definitely. Thought-provoking, sent me in some different directions and got me thinking about different ways of looking at life and myself and other people and the world, which isn't that the point of reading? To get another perspective other than your own, to balance your own perspective against the world, to see if it's reality or to see if you're crazy. That's been my take on it, and I really, really deeply enjoyed it. And I am so appreciative that he wrote that book and the other ones that he wrote. And yeah, this is going to be short because there's not much to say other than get the book, read the book, definitely worth it.